Hi, it's Mr. Ramage, and this tutorial is going to take a look at adding text in Canva video and how to kind of work with it, animate it, and some things you might want to know as you design your video. So down here we've got pretty much a blank canvas of our timeline, and we're going to come over here to text. Under text you've got basic simple add a text box. You have some different type of text styles, heading, subheading, body of the text. And then down here you've got some font combinations, some things that can make your presentation or your video look really, really, really cool. These can still be changed around and moved a little bit. So just to kind of show you that, we can click on here and then we can see how it's grouped together. So if we double click, we can replace these texts. Let's be cool at school. Kind of a cheesy phrase, right? But those text boxes, even in these little pre-made things, can be manipulated and scaled. They are grouped, so you would have to maybe ungroup them or double click on them. So again, you can do all sorts of stuff. We can make a new slide. We can use some of these pre-made ones. Again, they do combine the text for you, kind of take a little bit of the thinking out of it. But if you're looking to create your own text, just simply add a text box, and then you've got all sorts of bells and whistles up here. This is your toolbar. You've got the different types of fonts, the size, color, spacing, adding bullet points, making it more transparent, create effects, which we'll do here in a minute. So let's just put this here, my project. Let's double click, my project, and then click on there, and then you can change the text here. You can try different types of fonts. So they have headings, that'll pull up some good fonts that work good with headings. And there are a surprisingly large amount of fonts to choose for, so we can do that. Lucidity. You can change the shape and size of your text box here. You can change the size of the font here. You can change your colors here. We have the default colors. We have some document colors that are generated, which is a pretty cool feature. If you want to get a specific color, you click on here and you can use the eyedropper tool to select a color, or you can put in your little color code over here, and that will match whatever color that code is for. So there we go. Then we have an animate option over here. So when you do your video, you're probably going to want to have some movement and some animation for your text, for your fonts and images. So there are quite a few options, not too many, but there are some things in here that you can do to enhance your video with these text options. A couple of effects down here, rotate and flicker and pulse and wiggle. But some things that I've learned when working with the text. So if you do use an animation, let's say we're using bounce, once you click on it, you have a couple of options here. So when it talks about animation, if you click on both, that means this animation is going to take place at the beginning of your 5 seconds, but then also at the end of your 5 seconds. So if we play that, we'll see the animation come in, and then at the end of the slide, it's going to kind of disappear. So depending on how you want your text to appear and disappear, both means that it's going to be animated as it comes in and as it comes out. On just enter, it means that it's going to play that animation just at the beginning of the slide as the text enters, but then will not play any animation again at the end of that 5 seconds. If you go back here to animation, if you just put it on exit, that means the text will only do that animation as it leaves the slide. So we'll click play, text doesn't do anything, and then it will do that animation on its way out. So keep that in mind when you're building your video, because if you just kind of have it on both, it might not be what you want. And just be mindful of that in terms of your animation. With the effects, so you can take that font and you can give it a shadow. You can offset it, put the direction, the color, the transparency, all sorts of things there. Lift your text, puts a little almost like a little shadow-ish area behind it. Again, you can increase the intensity or reduce the intensity of that one. You can hollow out the text, which is pretty cool. You can outline the text. You can, it'll give you a good color to start with here, let's like a default rich neon. So lots of things to play with in terms of the effect on your text. If you want to lock the position of your text, you just click here. If you want to duplicate the text or delete it, again, all of these tools are here. Moving it to the front and the back, so you can align it to the page. Again, all of these different options appear here. So there's lots of things that you can do with those text boxes. All right, I think that's a pretty good look at text boxes here in Canva. Again, you can add some effects if you would like. You can add some animation to it if you'd like. Again, be mindful of the animation, making sure you have it either for both on enter or exit. If you have a upgraded feature, you can also change the intensity as well as the direction of those things. So yeah, hopefully that little tutorial here will help you get started on entering text. Next tutorial will be about images and video. Thanks for watching.